Welcome everyone to the Drainage District Board of Directors meeting. It's now September 28, 2021. It's 1:45, and we're going to start the meeting with roll call. Myself, Eddie Cantu, Precinct 2.
Everardo Villarreal, Precinct 3.
Ellie Torres, Precinct 4.
David Fuentes, Precinct 1.
Sorry, Commissioner. So we have a quorum. We're going to go ahead and start with a prayer. Raul Cecine.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, commissioners. Let us pray. Father God, we seek your clarity and your peace that is all occurring in our country today. We know you're with us and for us as we gather to seek your counsel. We continue to pray for the judge and 4 commissioners that you've appointed to lead this great county of ours. Give them your wisdom and peace as they make the decisions that affect us all. We pray for our mayors, city councils, police chiefs, district attorneys, sheriff, judges, and all who serve our local communities. Strengthen with your wisdom and grace for the heavy burdens they carry. May they manage their teams and projects with love. Keep their hearts pure and their eyes turned toward your face as they work in the best interest of the people that are called to serve. We lift up the medical community and their families, Father God. Give them your wisdom and peace as they deal with the sick. We lift up those that are battling illnesses. We ask for your healing hand over them. Provide their families with the peace that you can only bring through your son, Jesus. We praise you for the healing that's come through you. We pray for peace over the families of those that have lost loved ones. We ask for your grace, love, and comfort be over them today. Lord Jesus, your grace knows no bounds. You give freely to the humble of heart, and you grant us freedom to love and serve others selflessly. May our love for you express itself in an eagerness to do good for others. Scripture reminds us that the more we seek you, the more we will find you. May we seek you in all that we do and work today as if we're working for you. Lead us in our hearts to the path of your peace today. In Jesus' name we ask all this. Amen.
Amen. Great prayer, Chief. Next item, approval of consent agenda.
Approve check register, and all the other items that are on the consent agenda have been vetted by my team, both accounting and engineering, and we recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Next item, Chief.
Yes, sir. Item 5A, discussion and possible actions relates to the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021, State of Texas allocation. Right now, the current session is ongoing. One of the items that they're taking up here in Austin is the state funding that's coming through the American Rescue Plan, or the federal funding, is coming to the state. 16.7 billion has been allocated to the state of Texas, the ARPA funds. And what we would like to do is put a package together and submit various projects for our county that deal with drainage. We have our Rainbow Drain, which is one of our projects that impacts our whole area. It impacts also our sister county, Willacy. We have also our main drain systems, about 40 miles of improvements that we're looking at doing on our main drains, which are our main veins. We have a major project in Precinct 1, worked in partnerships with the city of Wesco on. We have a Precinct 2 in the Mission McAllen area as well, working on that. We have a project in Precinct 3, considering working with Palmview and Mission as well, and extending some of the improvements that we're doing in that area. So collaboratively, that's kind of what we're looking at. That would be our recommendation is to proceed and submit these projects, fine tune them, get them up, bring them up here to Austin to get that deliberation started. They haven't decided yet here as far as how that money was going to be invested, but we're hoping that from feedback that we've gotten that there may be a one-time, allowance or investment in projects that have long-term benefit, which our drainage projects is pretty much a definition of what our drainage projects are. So that's what we're recommending. I know we have, commissioners here. I don't know if anyone, any of the board members would like to follow up on this item.
Thank you, Raul. I would like to say a few words. I think all of us have projects that we're invested in, like Raul was mentioning. I think there's a lot of opportunities out there with state and federal funds that are coming in, not only through ARPA, but through other means. So I think it's good that we have the conversation about all these projects, continue to work on them separately, because we're continuing to move forward with all of our bond projects. but there's still a lot of other things that we can do, and still a lot of need and a lot of places where we're coming short. So I'm glad we're having this discussion, and I'm glad that we're moving forward with this. I'm not sure if anybody else has anything to say about it, but if not, I mean, I'll make a motion to us moving forward with the projects that you mentioned. I don't know if anybody else has anything to say.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second and a comment, Judge, or
Please.
just, Raul, I just keep up the good work of looking for additional funding. Although we just sold 80 more million in bonds. You've never sat back and you've looked at all the different areas to try to find additional money. And y'all did a good job of finding 10 million in grant, 20 million in loan. But keep looking, because there's a lot of money out there, and we definitely need it down here. And for all the people out there that have had issues, I mean, we're working really hard to try to resolve some of these issues. And we're not sitting on our hands, even though we have money available to us. We're looking for additional monies anywhere and everywhere we can.
I just wanted to add something to that as well. Mr. Cecine, are all these projects shovel-ready? Because I know that the state is going to be looking at funding those projects that are shovel-ready.
Yes, the ones that we identified, there are some components of right-of-way on all projects, Commissioner, but as far as plans that have been developed, so we're way ahead. It's not a study. I know that in the past, the state has funded studies. The fifth was a great, indication of that. The majority of the projects were study versus, I think we were the second project that was funded in the top 50. That was for construction. The other ones were all study. So yes, ma'am, these will be shovel-ready. These projects are, with exception of the right-of-way component that we would work through expeditiously to get it to the level where we can get it to construction, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, awesome. Do we have a monetary value to any of these projects? Like what's the proposed cost?
We have some ranges. For example, just the rainbow drain alone in the Hidalgo segment would be 153 million. Our main drain, you're looking at about 117 million. The precinct 1 component, you're looking at a partnership with the city of Wesco, about 21 million. We're looking at the radar drain in neighborhood of 10 million, and the same with Palmview Mission Lateral Extension. So that's where we're working right now, but I want to fine tune these with the precincts to make sure that we've identified what we believe is going to impact that area and piggyback on what we already have developed for those areas, so we can be shovel ready, as you said, and move forward with it, man.
Okay.
And I think it's an important question, Commissioner, that you just asked. And I think it's pertinent for us to make sure that we share that we're using, in places where we'll have to match, we still have that bond money that's available, but this will help support it. So we're leveraging local dollars with these state and federal dollars that will help us really expand the amount and scope of work that we want to do in our area. So I think it's very wise and smart.
Okay, any other comments? We have a motion and second to approve. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion
Aye.
carries. Next item.
Great. Yes, sir. Item B, adopt condition 1 budget for 2022 to discuss consideration action on the changes to 2022 proposed budget. We do have just some minor changes that we made from what was presented. We were able to reduce expenditures by 97,000, the shortfall. We had the proposed budget for the general fund and for the debt service using the official statement of 2021 and 2021A. The principal and interest payments for 2022 increased by $4,800, which will be funded through the debt service fund balance. So that's the only change that we're proposing from what was proposed previously, Judge.
I make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item B, adoption of the 2022 annual budget. We do have, this budget is based on what we presented before the board. It's the 2021 tax rate of 0.1264. We are looking at a balanced budget this year, as we mentioned. We were able to balance our budget. Our expenditures for 2022 are made up of $54 million. Out of that, 23 million is going to remains in operation. Another 31 million is for debt service. As I mentioned, we do have a balanced budget, and our expenditures of the general fund equals our estimated revenues. So we're doing very well in that aspect, of making sure that we balance the budget. and keep operations flowing. The same comparison from last year to this year, 2022 is the same as 2021, the exception of the 17 positions that we talked about for the Restore Act, which are going to be reimbursed. You know, we do have some increases in line items like fuel and things like that we presented at the workshop. And then the 3 new positions that we asked for, the 2 maintenance, 2, and the mechanic 3 position, and then the classification step and grade. But everything else is it's in line for the previous budget. So just like I said, those increases that we had, just cost of doing business has gone up a little bit for us, but we're still managing, we're still staying within our numbers.
Motion approved. You
Second.
recommend approval, Raul?
I recommend approval.
Motion approved.
Second.
We have a motion and second to approve. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item B3, approval of set salaries, allowance, and other compensations fiscal year 2022.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item C, adoption of the Alcohol Generation Number 1, 2021 tax rate. Item 1, Judge, public hearing on the Alcohol Generation Number 1, 2021 proposed tax rate of 0.1264 per $100 valuation. There is a public hearing, Judge, you have to call for, sir.
Okay, I hereby open the public hearing. Anybody here to address us regarding this year's budget and tax rate? Hearing none, I declare the public hearing closed.
Thank you, Judge. Item 2, approve the order setting the 2021 Dow County Generation 1 tax rate at 0.1264 per $100 valuation, maintenance operation tax rate of 0.0528, and debt service tax rate of 0.0736. Judge, there is some specific word that needs to be read. I believe Ms. Briones is there, our CFO, to give that information, that specific language for that, Judge.
I have it here. Can I read it?
Yes.
I move that the property tax rate be increased by the adoption of a tax rate of 0.1264, which is effectively a 31.53% increase in the tax rate.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye. Do we need a individual vote?
No, just.
Ivan?
I would suggest yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I vote in favor.
Aye.
Aye.
Let the record show that each one of us voted in favor. Motion carries.
Great, thank you. Item 5D, requesting approval of final negotiated professional service contract with Edwards Abstract Title Company. It's relates to title company services on call and as needed basis. Contract CACD 1-21029B-0928, approved for negotiation by the Board of Directors on agenda item 81553, subject to legal review.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Aye.
Thank you. Next item is item E, requesting approval of final negotiated professional service contract with Valley Land Title Companies relates to title service on call and as needed basis. Contract number CACD 1-21029A-0928, approved negotiation by the directors on item 81553, subject to legal reviews.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item F, acceptance and approval of work session number 6 in the amount of $14,208.66 as submitted by PDC Engineering and OC. New contract number CACD 1-21-0260-601 to provide construction control testing services, construction management, and inspection for San Carlos 83rd Street to 87th Street drainage improvements outfall, subject to legal review.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries.
Thank you. 6A, acceptance and approval work session number 3 in the amount of $30,939 as submitted by Middle Engineers Group, Inc. Through contract CACD 1-21-021-0525 to provide construction material testing service phase for drain improvement 2018 bond agreement project number 11A and 11B, subject to legal review.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item B1, approval of application payment number 4 in the amount of $37,427.76 for Mobile LLC pertaining to construction contracts ACDD 1-20-065-1118, project engineer Halfman Associates.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
B2, approval application payment number 6 in the amount of $380,246.85 for Memorial LLC pertaining to construction contract ACDD 120290623, project engineer, Sayeda Engineering.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item 7A, approval application payment number 4 in the amount of $53,196.59 from Castle Enterprises pertaining to construction contract ACDD 120020211, project engineer, LNG Engineering.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion
Aye.
carries.
Judge, we do not have any closed session items today.
Okay. I believe that gets us to adjournment. May I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion made.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We are adjourned.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Sorry.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. I call the meeting of the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court to order. We will start with a roll call to establish quorum. Commissioner Fuentes, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. David Fuentes, precinct 1.
Eddie Cantu, Precinct 2.
Everardo Villarreal, Precinct 3.
Ellie Torres, precinct 4?
Richard Cortez, County Judge, that constitutes a quorum. As is customary with us, we always have a veteran to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Today, we're very honored to have Antonio Tony Barco. He lives in Elsa, Texas. He served in the U.S. Army from February the 11th of '69 through December 13th of 1971. Had the rank of Specialist E4. He served statewide in Savannah, Georgia, at Hunter Army Airfield Base, training an air base facility for Vietnamese, Cambodian, and Thailand student pilots, and worked in various other areas. He currently lives in Elsa, Texas, and works for us here in Urban County. Tony, would you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Yes, sir. First of all, Judge, I want to thank you and Commissioners for allowing me this honor. It is an honor to be here today. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Tony. Also, as is customary, we have one of our own to lead us in today's prayer. Today, we have Constable Atanasio J.R. Gaitan. He's the constable for Precinct 4. Would you please lead us in prayer?
Yes, Judge, good afternoon. Please bow our heads, please. Let us pray. Today we ask that you please continue being with those who ask for your blessings and protect those in need. We ask that you also heal the sick and nurture the families who have all lost loved ones to this disease. Lord, during this difficult time, we ask that you please inspire vigilance and patience in our educators, healthcare professionals, businesses, and community leaders, and ask that they remain healthy and safe as they continue undertaking duties and further challenges. We humbly ask that you guide us in making the best decisions for our county residents. We ask for your knowledge as our community strives to come together and overcome all obstacles before us. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Constable. Next item is the approval of the consent agenda. Do we have any items to be pulled?
Yes, sir. Judge, Commissioners, with your permission, I'd like to pull from consent agenda items 10E and F.
Make a motion to approve the rest of the consent?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Aye.
Judge, Commissioners, if I may, consent agenda item 10E for clarification or a corrected amount on the number that was listed. The correct amount should be $34,434.75. With that correction made, I'd like for the court to entertain a motion for.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. And consent agenda item 10F, Judge, Commissioners, For clarification purposes, the quote price verification and the Form 1295 will be provided to all the appropriate parties, i.e. from the purchasing department to our office for the record and the auditor's office. And so with that being said, I'd like for the court to entertain a motion to approve.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Judge Commissioners.
Next item is our open forum.
Yes, Judge Commissioners, we do have some participants for open forum. We do have a delegation, and the foreperson for the delegation will be? Ms. Jeannie Salinas, okay? So, Ms. Jeannie Salinas, if you could. So, Ms. Jeannie Salinas is representing a delegation on the very, on a consolidated issue, or the same issue. And so with that being said, Ms. Jeannie, I will provide 6 minutes for the delegation as a group, and I will advise you when there's 1 minute left, okay? So I will start when you start.
Thank you. Good afternoon. So we are here today to voice our experiences through the COVID-19 pandemic and demand retroactive hazard pay granted to Hidalgo County health employees. We acknowledge that there is an approved payout labeled as premium pay from the American Rescue Act, which is also known as ARPA, but we do not feel it is fairly compensating the essential workers that got us through the height of the pandemic. The current calculation for premium pay leaves a lot of uncertainties and is calculated based on future hours worked, even though we at the Health Department have worked endless hours on COVID-19 emergency duties. The current calculation also leaves too much room for ineligibility to workers that may get COVID-19 beyond annual, sick, or FMLA, even though they worked on COVID-19 emergency duties all of last year. The $213 million provided to Hidalgo County through ARPA allows premium pay for essential workers, offering additional support to those who have and will bear the greatest health risks because of their service in critical infrastructure sectors and workers performing essential work during the pandemic. Premium pay is defined as an additional amount of up to $13 per hour with a cap of $25,000 for any individual eligible worker, and it can be retroactive. Our request is as follows. So 1, additional compensation of $10,000 for essential or frontline workers that were assigned to COVID-19 emergency duties in 2020, Health Department. 2, emergency leave hours to be reinstated and newly available to all workers. Request transparency through the decision-making process that directly affect workers. We have compiled some letters written by the Health Department staff to help you understand our concerns, and we hope you will hear us out. So, respected officials, I am here representing my fellow coworkers and myself on an ongoing concern for essential worker compensation. As we continue on the COVID pandemic, we have yet to see any form of monetary supplement for the hardship and risk everyone working the frontline endured. We as healthcare providers, public servants, and advocates have been working our post since day one of this pandemic, risking not only our lives, but those of our families every day, and managed to continue to provide health services to those we have an obligation, an oath to, which is our Hidalgo County residents. We have colleagues that separated themselves from their children and only saw them through a window because of fear that they would bring this deadly virus home. Others struggling to find childcare because of fear that they would bring this deadly virus home. And because of facilities that shut down and having to find new childcare to trust their child's life and well-being during the height of the pandemic. As this pandemic was not enough, we encountered Hurricane Hannah 2020, a freeze early in 2021, and ongoing gas and food shortages. The Health Department frontline workers provided COVID-19 testing to the community in the scorching heat as soon as testing kits were available in 2020. We learned the latest CDC guidelines on our own time with minimal to no guidance because we needed to educate and reassure those around us. We developed procedures and guides for our department practice to try to minimize the risk and protect those around us. Also working in conditions at full capacity with all the staff together, making it difficult to maintain our distance. Purchasing our own personal protective equipment at the beginning of the pandemic to have protection while still completing our duties. Watching and experiencing fellow coworkers and their families become ill with the virus, and unfortunately some losing the battle. These days were close to a breaking point for many, causing mental anguish, anxiety, and frustration. This is just a glimpse, not including the frightened calls from the public, the threats and pressure we received to continue to provide more. We received 80 hours of emergency leave that helped those that contracted the virus, which was definitely some help to them. But what about those that did not use this time? These hours unfortunately did not roll over and were lost, while we clearly still are in this pandemic and continue to work through the risk. Why was this never reinstated or monetarily paid out as given hours to each employee? The pandemic caused healthcare workers to abandon their jobs nationwide due to the fear of the unknown, risk not worth it, or not valued and protected by their employers, yet we remained working 2 jobs for the price of 1. Since March 2020, we have watched and patiently waited for our turn to be appreciated as an intricate part of our solution against COVID. We have observed funding issued to the Hidalgo County that may be used to reimburse frontline healthcare workers or essential employees to compensate and reward these heroes, but yet we get none. No CARES Act money received, no hazard pay received, no stipend received, and no premium pay received. In any form granted, labeled, or named, we have not received our compensation. There is a major difference working risk-free from behind a desk at home and being an essential frontline worker. So why is there not a difference in compensation? Us at a higher risk, manning our health clinics and seeing patients have earned it and deserve our fair share. We have to work because we have to, but we do not have to put up with the exploitation of our labor as essential
1 minute.
employees. When employees take personal time to use their rights, voice and courage, it speaks volumes, because if they're truly valued and the county is morally motivated and has principle, there would be no need for anyone to be up here expressing and bringing awareness to this concern. Frontline workers have been putting their lives on the line every day, and we feel it is important to not just thank them, but to show them that the county stands with them as they stood with the community during this pandemic. Thank you for this opportunity, and know that God will guide you to make an honorable decision, and we would greatly appreciate a response at the next Commissioners Court meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. We have Ms. Flor Martinez, but I believe that was part of the same group, okay? And we do have, so then that was on hazard pay, so we also have Ms. Amber Garcia. Ms. Garcia, there is a 3-minute time limit. I will advise you when there is 1 minute.
Yes,
And I will
sir.
start when you start.
Good afternoon, Judge Cortez and Commissioners. My name is Amber Garcia, and I have worked for the Health Department for the last 11 and a half years with much passion and dedication. I come before you today with no political ties, only as a public servant. I would like to share with each and every one of you today a brief description of what I have encountered as a frontliner at Weslaco Clinic. I acknowledge and I applaud the countywide efforts to maintain operations. Many departments, especially the health department, the epicenter, continue to serve the community during this healthcare crisis. I proudly served my community. I am only one of many. I will add some inside commentary shared by my fellow coworkers at the Weslaco Clinic. On December 29th of 2020, Weslaco Clinic administered its first of thousands of COVID vaccines. What we were to encounter come January 2021, as a health department, we were unprepared. The world was unprepared. We had a moral obligation to vaccinate as many patients as we could, as safely and efficiently as possible, while continuing our daily operations of prenatal care, family planning, child health services, tuberculosis services, and other communicable diseases. The overwhelming demand at our clinic was tremendous. We had a staff of 3 clerks, 1 clinic aide, and 2 nurses, 5 employees. As a group, our efforts continued. We did not quit our jobs. We did not shelter in place. We did not stay in the safety of our home like many others. We continued with life-saving operations. We worked, we served, and we saved lives. Our commitment as a first responder was a priority, and we proudly continue to serve. We as a clinic put our personal and family life demands on hold to proudly serve our community. We postponed our own healthcare needs to serve others. We put our own health issues aside to come to work every day. We put our lives in jeopardy. We were given minimal PPE. We used the same masks for exterior periods
1
of
minute.
time. We conserved our disinfecting supplies. We were highly encouraged to go to work and straight home to minimize our public contact to prevent exposure for the risk of contracting COVID and losing another valued and highly needed member. We were exposed to COVID-19 on a daily basis. When we went home, our family members were exposed to COVID-19. The overwhelming demand to truly vaccinate has left an imprint on our health, including the mental, physical, emotional turmoil we endured. It was pure exhaustion. I can honestly say we're running on fumes. Seeing patients crying and begging for the vaccine hurt my soul. I cried with our community. I listened to every heart-wrenching story. Every day I went home and I cried myself to sleep, feeling helpless. Having patients by the hundreds coming to our clinic, waiting in long lines, some elderly, some disabled, were heartbreaking. The desperation of those that we had to turn away day after day was heartbreaking. We were scared. Our community was scared. We were losing our own family members. We were losing loved ones and fellow employees.
Ms. Garcia, time.
May I please have one more minute?
I'm sorry, Ms. Garcia. Ms. Garcia, I'll tell you what, Judge Commissioners, I'll give you about another 15, 20 seconds.
Okay. Being isolated from our families, the daily exposure, working the front lines has taken its toll. During the extreme work conditions of 2021, we immunized in the dark using flashlights to continue our due diligence to vaccinate. We came to work when we had no electricity, no water. Through pure adrenaline and perseverance, we continued the battle to vaccinate, using the Precinct 1 building to continue our life-saving operations. We did as much as we could with care and compassion, and we continued to mass immunize. Again, I am only one of many. We encountered mass crowds, mass hysteria. We faced public scrutiny. We were subjected to verbal attacks. People were fighting. We took every measure to control the gatherings as emotions were high. We were a clinic of 5 females.
Time.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Magnus, do I have any other presenters that I did not, that I missed?
We have an Amber Garcia.
She just spoke.
That was Ms. Garcia that just presented.
I believe that would be it, sir.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, everyone. Next item is the County Judges. We have a proclamation declaring September National Senior Center Month.
Good afternoon, Judge, Commissioners. Misty Palacios with the Public Affairs Division. I'm going to be assisting in reading the proclamation. May I begin? Proclamation declaring September National Senior Center Month. Whereas National Senior Center Month originated as National Senior Center Week in May of 1979 and was proclaimed by President Ronald Reagan in 1985. It was later extended to the full month of September in 2007. And whereas the concept of celebrating senior centers nationally gained wide support through organizations like the National Council on Aging, the U.S. Conference of Mayors Aging Task Force, and the full Senate and House Select Committee on Aging. And whereas it is encouraged nationally that a theme is followed for National Senior Center Month, because senior centers are key resources for older individuals to assist in aging healthily and offers gateways for communities to properly support them. And whereas innovative programs hosted at senior centers can change the perception of aging and create community resources for aging expertise. And whereas most senior centers offer programming, include lectures, exercise classes, book clubs, card gatherings, events, and cooking classes in order to create an engaging and valuable culture of health for local seniors. Now therefore be it proclaimed that the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court hereby declares the month of September as National Senior Center Month and encourage constituents to explore Hidalgo County Senior Centers or take a step further by volunteering to help with the events they might host in the future. Approved this 28th day of September 2021.
Motion approved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Your senior citizens are one of my favorite people. I relate very well to them.
Welcome us, we have Letty Guzman as a representative of WellMed Charitable Foundation, and she wants to say a couple of words. You're welcome.
Good afternoon, Judge Cortez, Commissioners, everyone present. My name is Letty Guzman Sanchez. I'm the Regional Operations Manager for the WellMed Charitable Foundation. We are a nonprofit organization working very hard to benefit the lives of older adults in Hidalgo County. Our mission is to support older adults and their caregivers in our community with a special emphasis on wellness and prevention. Today, I appreciate and accept this proclamation on behalf of the Crossroads Senior Activity Center. And I would like to share briefly, which is very hard for me to do, some of the life-changing programs and services that we provide at no cost to older adults from any corner of Hidalgo County. We individually plan and supervise fitness activities, which include anything from chair fitness, strengthening classes, Zumba Gold, balance and strengthening classes to prevent falls, brain health classes, which are very important to keep the brain of older adults healthy. We are very concerned, of course, about minimizing the risk of Alzheimer's and other dementias. We have recreational activities. Last year, it was very difficult to continue providing services to older adults. We closed our doors when the pandemic started. And in spite of that, the senior centers, what we did is that we still provided very important supplies to seniors at home. From March to June, we took them home to those that were in desperate need, their most necessary things at no cost to them, and that included the toilet paper, the milk, the eggs, things that they needed at home. We also started a curbside meal program. We partnered with Amigos del Valle. In 2021, we have distributed over 50,691 frozen meals to adults that come from different places in Hidalgo counties. Our services are locally sponsored by the Area Agency on Aging, and centers like us, what we do for older adults can be a life-changing in their lives. We bring older adults from home, those that are isolated, those that no longer have a life, those that are retired, those that have that live alone and that see no future. Today, I'm very pleased to be here with our fitness advisor, April Luna, to my right. She is in charge of making individual plans for those members that come to the senior center. They see our equipment and they feel they cannot exercise. April actually works with them to show them that anyone at any age can exercise. We have young adults of 60 doing Zumba, 45 minutes, no stop. And we also have moderate young adults in their 80s or 90s being very active. April shows them that whether you're in a wheelchair or even walking, you can engage in exercises. Gustavo Salinas with Adult Protective Service, to my left, is a community partner for many years. And I just want him to very briefly tell you why having a senior center can also help in preventing elder abuse and neglect. And I do thank you.
Again, thank you for being here and for the proclamation. Letty, thank you for allowing me to speak to you. I think it's critical that we work with our faith-based and community partners. Our senior centers are vital. They provide these services that really help with that social engagement for our individuals. And I think one of the things that Letty maybe didn't mention was that while the center was closed, there was still communication through Zoom and other virtual platforms, which really allowed people to be connected, because isolation for our seniors is real, and I think that it's important that we watch out for one another, watch out for our neighbors, watch out for our family members and our community at large. So these centers really help also to identify signs of abuse, and so we really rely on partners, the community in general, to watch out for folks, and when they suspect abuse, let us know, because that really gives us that opportunity to go to their home and see how we can help out and connect them to services that they may need. Thank you so much.
Picture?
Okay, we're ready for item 7A. You want me to open the public hearing?
Yes, Judge, if you may.
Okay. I want to open the public hearing for the proposed budget pursuant to Texas Local Government Code 111.067. Is there anyone here to address us regarding our proposed budget?
Judge, if I may make a quick comment?
Okay?
We did file the proposed budget last Wednesday with the county clerk and the county auditor, as well as posted it on the county website. We did file the proposed budget for the general fund at $248,784,748, as well as special revenue funds of $22,738,948, debt service funds of $29,529,757.58, and proprietary funds of $37,500,337, for a total budget for fiscal year 2022 of $338,553,790.58.
Okay, is anyone here to address us regarding the proposed budget? Hearing none, I declare the public hearing closed.
Item 7A2, discussion, consideration, and action on changes and corrections to the proposed fiscal year 2022 budget. Judge, Commissioners, we did attach corrections, 5 corrections to the agenda, and we do recommend approval of those changes.
May I have a motion, please?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Item 7A3 is approval to set salaries, allowances, and other compensations for fiscal year 2022. Judge, we do recommend approval with the inclusion of the changes that were approved just in item 2.
Motion
On
to approve.
7A2.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion
Aye.
carries.
In item 7A4 is approval of the Hidalgo County pay tables for fiscal year 2022.
So moved.
Motion. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 7A5 is adoption of the 2022 annual budget at the departmental level.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. You want me to open the public hearing for the
Judge
tax
Commissioners,
rate?
yes, if you're going to open the public hearing for the 2021 Hidalgo County tax rate.
Okay, I now open the public hearing for the 2021 Hidalgo County tax rate. You want to give us an opening statement, or?
Yes, we are proposing a tax rate of 57.5 cents per $100 of valuation. This is the same tax rate that we've had for the last, I believe, 3 years, and is a reduction from the previous tax rate that we had of 59 cents. Then we had reduced it to 58 cents, and now we are at the 57.5 cents.
Okay, is anyone here to address us regarding the 2021 Hidalgo County tax rate? Hearing none, that concludes our public hearing, and I declare it closed.
Judge Commissioner, 7B, 2, A, B, and C is going to be the approval order setting the 2021 Hidalgo County tax rates for the maintenance and operation tax rate, debt service tax rate, and total ad valorem tax rate. If I can have a motion read based on the document that I provided.
Do you read the whole thing? Or?
Yes, we can read the whole thing.
I make a motion to adopt the tax rate. I move for the adoption of a maintenance and operation tax rate of 51.32 cents for each $100 of valuation of all taxable property for general operating purposes. Do I keep going?
Yes.
I move for the adoption of a debt service tax rate of 6.18 cents for each $100 of valuation of all taxable property to provide sinking funds and pay interest on the outstanding debt issuance, which includes both bond issues and certificate of obligations. And 3, I move for the property tax rate be increased by the adoption of a tax rate of 57.5 cents for each $100 of valuation, which is effectively a 5.5% increase in the tax rate.
Second.
Judge, if you could have a roll call vote?
Yeah, we have a motion and a second, and I'll call for a roll call vote, starting with precinct 1.
Aye.
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 I vote aye. Let the record show that it was unanimous by all 5 members of the court. Motion passes.
Just to clarify, Judge, we had an aye vote for each precinct as well as for yourself, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, what I was hoping to accomplish was that when you called out precinct 1, we would do precinct 2, 3, 4. We can just go back and do it that
Okay.
way.
Can I just say it myself?
Just, yes.
Okay. Let the record show that precinct 1 voted yes, precinct 2 commissioner voted yes, precinct 3 commissioner voted yes, precinct 4 commissioner voted yes, and the county judge voted yes. By unanimous decision, the court approved the tax rate for this coming year.
Thank you, Judge. Commissioners. Item 7C, 1 and 2 is approval of the Title 4E Child Welfare Service Grant Budget for October 1st, 2021 through September 30th, 2022, as well as for the county judge to sign the required documents. Recommend approval?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion
Aye.
carries.
Item 7D, 1 and 2 is approval of change in funding source as listed on Exhibit A for the courthouse security and the sheriff and jail budgets, as well as the approval of the interfund transfer.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 7E is approval of 2021 interfund transfer from the TxDOT Precinct 4, FM 676 through Mile 5 Road Project into Precinct 4 Road Maintenance in the total amount of $235,000. This is for the purchase of machinery and equipment.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 7F1 is approval of certification of revenues as certified by the county auditor for revenues received from interest earnings for the CARES Act Relief Fund in the amount of $8,227.60 and appropriation of the same.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 7F2, A and B is requesting approval to rescind action taken by Commissioners Court on May 11th, 2021. Items 13B1 for the certification of and appropriation of revenues received from interest earnings from the CARES Act Relief Fund in the amount of $24,121.68. And approval of certification of revenues as certified by the county auditor for revenues received from the interest earnings from the CARES Act Relief Fund from January through March of this year in the amount of $18,623.70 and appropriation of the same.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion
Aye.
carries.
Item 7F3 is approval of 2021 appropriation of funds from the general fund restricted fund balance, county clerk's record archive, in the total amount of $39,196.86. Recommend approval?
So
Second.
moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
We have a
Sorry.
motion and a second to approve. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 7F4 is requesting approval of certification of revenues as certified by the county auditor in the amount of $217,329.47 from the drainage improvement project reimbursements and appropriation of the same.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion
Aye.
carries. Sergio, thank you very much.
Thank you, Judge, Commissioners. I'd also like to thank my staff in regards to also Ms. Damara San Miguel. Damari San Miguel is the Director of Budget. They're in my office, as well as Sandra Jara, which works for her and the rest of her staff. I'd just like to give a big thank you to them. We did receive, again, the certificate for budget certification from the GFOA, so I definitely want to give them congratulations and thank them for all their hard work, as well as all the departments and, of course, the elected officials and yourself for the Commissioners Court for the guidance that y'all have given us during this budget process.
Thank you, Sergio.
Thank you,
And
Judge.
we thank you for the work and
Congratulations.
service of you.
Sergio,
and
you've done a
your
great
staff.
job, especially handling the CARES money on top of everything else. We really appreciate y'all.
Yes, well,
Thank you, Sergio.
we've got CARES, now we've got ARPA, and we'll continue.
Well, at least you have a little help with ARPA.
Yes.
Hey, let's not complain about all that extra money.
We're going to move into a closed session. We're going to move to items 17. Pursuant to Chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code under Sections 551.071, .072, .074, and .087, we'll be retiring to closed session. Any action items to be taken will be taken when we return to open session. I have a motion to do so.
Motion made.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries. It is 35 minutes after 2.
Oh, you signed it already? Yeah.
Okay, we're back from executive session.
Okay.
Rhonda, do
Yes,
you all want to take the executive session action items?
yes, Judge, Commissioners, thank you.
The time is 3:52, by the way.
Judge. So under open session, Judge, Commissioners, 19A, real estate acquisition appropriation for same, there's no action to be taken this week. 19B, pending and or potential litigation, there's no specific action to be taken. 19C, discussion, consideration, and possible action regarding response to a public health emergency. Judge, Commissioners, I'll refer to item 16 later on the agenda. Item 19D, cause number 3, or cause number C, 3772-20-I, Martin Duran versus Hidalgo County, Morganti Construction et al. Judge, Commissioners, in settlement of this case, I'd like authority to sign the notice of release on this case for Hidalgo County.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Okay. So, Judge, Commissioners, I can, I'll defer to my item for later on the agenda.
Okay, so we're back to item 8A.
Yes.
District Attorney's Office, sorry to make you wait.
Ms. Rosie?
8A.
Rosie Cantu?
All right, you move on.
Do we have the Sheriff's Office ready? We can come back to that one. Is the Sheriff's Office ready?
Captain Friedland?
Yes, good afternoon, Judge and Commissioners. Captain Friedland, presenting for Sheriff J.E. Aguirre.
Go ahead.
Agenda 9A, the fiscal year 2020 Coronavirus Emergency Supplemental Funding Program 1282, requesting authorization and approval to submit a grant award modification in reference to Bureau of Justice Assistance fiscal year 2020 Coronavirus Emergency Supplemental Funding Program grant to the U.S. Department of Justice, BJA.
Motion to approve?
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
9B, requesting authorization and approval for Sheriff J.E. Aguirre to sign fiscal year 2022 Cooperative State and Local Task Force Agreement between the United States Department of Justice, Drug Enforcement Administration, and the Hidalgo County Sheriff's Office.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
9C, requesting approval of payment for the following invoice as submitted by Rava Kistner, Inc. for construction materials, observation, and testing services for the Releasing Wall Project, Hidalgo County Adult Detention Center through the current agreement contract C-20-687-12-29, work authorization number 4, PO number 831963, invoice number R030512 for the amount of $1,173.15.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Constable Precinct 4, item 10A.
Yes, Judge, Commissioners, good afternoon. 10A, Constable Precinct 4 fiscal year 2022, body worn cameras grant program 1284. A1, authorization and approval to apply for the fiscal year 2022 body worn camera grant program. Continue, Judge, all four?
Please, go ahead.
Okay, with the Office of the Governor of Public Safety Office, Criminal Justice Division, through e-grants, number 2, authorization for county judge to e-sign application under e-grants as authorized official. 3, approve a resolution for fiscal year 2022 body worn camera grant program to designate Judge Richard Cortez as grantee, authorized official, and to sign required documents. Grant number 4368701. Grant period is 3/1/22 to 2/28/23.
Motion to approve 10A 1, 2, 3.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
10B, item number 82495, Constable Precinct 4, Local Border Security Program, LBSP 1284. 1, authorization and approval to accept grant award from the Office of the Governor, Homeland Security Grants Division in relation to the fiscal year 2022, 9/1 of 2021 to 8/31 of 22. Local Border Security Program, LBSP grant in the amount of $73,000 with the authority for county judge as authorized official to accept award electronically. B2, authorization to pay overtime reimbursement under the grant terms and conditions. B3, approval of certification of revenues as certified by county auditor for the fiscal year 2022 Local Border Security Program, LBSP, in the amount of $73,000 and the appropriation of the same.
Motion to approve 10B 1, 2, 3.
Second. Okay. Constable, you're the only one
Yes.
that's applying for this grant. Is it available to the other constables?
Yes, Judge, it's available for all of us. It's available for all of us, all constables 1 through 5.
I wonder why they're not applying for it. Would you all be competing?
Judge, I don't know if they brought it up to you all's attention last week or they're gonna be coming up next week.
Okay. We have a motion and a second to approve. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries.
10C, agenda item 82564, requesting approval to accept donations of Say No to Drugs promotion items from South Texas HIDA to promote drug awareness for Red Ribbon Week as listed below. Coloring books, 550, stadium cups, 500, silicone wristbands, 500, drawstring backpacks, 300, shoreline bottles, 500, flying disc, 300, hand sanitizers, 500, awareness ribbon with pin, 2,000, lanyards, 300, pencils, 1,000, and custom ribbons, 100.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Judge and Commissioners, 10D, no action is required today.
Thank you, Constable.
Thank you, Judge. Enjoy your day.
Judge, we do have the DA's office.
Okay, let's go back to the DA, item 8A.
Ms. Rosie?
You're on mute, or we can't hear you.
You're on mute, Ms. Rosie.
Talk?
You're back on mute.
No, we can't hear you.
Ms. Rosie,
Why don't you present it?
with your permission, Ms. Rosie, let me present the items that you have on the agenda. Judge, for the District Attorney's Office, we have their Title 4E, Fund 1100. It's approval of the Title 4E grant budget for October 1st, 2021 through September 30th, 2022, as well as the approval for County Judge to sign the following documents, which is the budget.
Motion to approve 8A 1 and 2.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion
Aye.
carries.
And further, Fund 1281, Victims Unit Court Advocate Program Grant. It's approval to continue the payment of salaries for all employees currently being paid by the Victims Unit Court Advocate Program Grant pending award of the 2020-2021 grant.
Motion to approve 8B.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item C, again, also the 1281 Domestic Violence Unit Grant. Approval to continue the payment of salaries for all employees currently being paid by the Domestic Violence Unit Grant pending award of the 2021-2022 grant.
Motion to approve 8C.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And the last item, under Fund 1281, the Victim Assistance Program Grant. Approval to continue the payment of salaries for all employees currently being paid by the Victims Assistance Program Grant pending award of the 2021-2022 grant.
Motion to approve 8D.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Item 11A, Human Resources.
Good afternoon, Judge Commissioners. Erika Reina for the Department of Human Resources. Item 11A, I'm requesting a waiver of the following if applicable for the personnel items listed. I need action on item number 3, the budget amendment policy, personnel-related amendments.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 11B for the tax office, approval to create 6 full-time temporary positions effective October 1st, 2021 through December 31st, 2021 as follows. These are 6 slots for a clerk 1 at a grade 1. And Judge Commissioners, these are the positions that are requested annually to assist the tax office during the tax collection upcoming season. I recommend approval.
Motion to approve?
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 11C for the Criminal Auxiliary Court, approval of the following personnel actions effective upon Commissioners Court approval. Requesting to delete slot 0003, a bailiff 2 at a grade 13, and create slot 0007, a bailiff 1 at a grade 11. Item 11C2 is approval to revise the classified position list to add the new position of bailiff 1 at a grade 11. I recommend approval.
Motion to approve?
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item 11D from the ARPA grant, approval to create the following time-limited positions effective the next full pay period, October 11th, 2021. This is to create slot 0012, a contract specialist 2, grade 11, 0013, a contract specialist 1, grade 9, and 0014 and 0015, a procurement specialist 1, grade 9. At this time, only 2 of these positions would be posted, a contract specialist and 1 procurement specialist, and the additional positions may be posted in the future as the ARPA projects develop if the workload increases. I do recommend approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And item 11E for the county judge, approval of the following personnel action effective upon Commissioners Court approval. This is to create slot 0012, a warehouse specialist at a grade 8. And 11E2 is approval to revise the classified position list to add the new position of warehouse specialist at a grade 8. This is for the emergency management warehouse facility. I do recommend approval.
Motion to approve?
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Have a great afternoon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
TJ, can we handle them all at the same time? Is that okay, Josie? All these preliminary approvals?
He needs to identify the items as listed on the agenda.
Yeah, if he identifies them.
Yes, sir. Jorge Garcia presenting for the Planning Department. I can present 1A on its own and then 2A through 2D collectively and then,
Yes.
All right.
okay. Yes. Item 1A, preliminary approval with the variance request. San Lucio number 5 subdivision on precinct 1, 81 single-family lot subdivision located in flood zone C. Drainage will be provided by storm sewer system and detention will be provided by the widening of the existing drain ditch. Subdivision lies in the in the city of Donna. ETJ has received approval from said city. Sewer will be provided by on-site sewage facility and the variance is to reduce the distance of street intersection offset from 125 feet to 95 feet. Item 2A,
No, you need approval. He needs approval on that one.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
okay, item 2A through 2D is 2A, preliminary approval, Riojas Camacho subdivision precinct 1. Item 2B, T&O Ranch number 2 subdivision precinct 4. Item 2C, RBR number 4 subdivision precinct 4. Item 2D, VS West Phase 1 subdivision precinct 3, as stated.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 3A, financial approval, final approval of the financial guarantee, Amber Estate subdivision precinct 1. It's a 30 single-family lot subdivision, lies in flood zone X. Drainage will be provided by storm sewer system and detention will be provided by the widening of the existing drain ditch. Water will be provided by North Alamo Water Supply Corporation, sewer by on-site sewage facilities, and the final approval of the cash deposit in the amount of $45,000 for 30 on-site sewage facilities.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 3B, final approval with a financial guarantee, San Martin number 6 subdivision, precinct 1. It's an 87-lot subdivision, lies in flood zone C. Drainage will be provided by storm sewer system, and detention will be provided by widening of the existing drain ditch. Subdivision lies in the city of Donna, ETJ, and has received approval from said city. Water will be provided by North Alamo Water Supply Corporation. Sewer by on-site sewage facilities. 37 of these systems have been installed, and 50 on-site sewage facilities have been escrowed with a cash deposit in the amount of $75,000 for 50 on-site sewage facilities.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 4A through 4E, final approvals. 4A, Santa Fe Terrace Subdivision, Precinct 2. 4B, San Jacinto Estates Number 10, Phase 1 Subdivision in Precinct 1. 4C, San Jacinto Estates Number 10, Phase 2 Subdivision, Precinct 1. 4D, Las Comadres Number 8 Subdivision, Precinct 3. 4E, Eramonte Subdivision in Precinct 3.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Judge, Commissioners, with your permission, I will proceed to item 13 on behalf of Commissioner Precinct 3, Commissioner Villarreal. First item is requesting approval to accept counteroffer to purchase a tract of land known as Parcel 31 associated with the Precinct 3 Veterans Boulevard project, with authority for county judge to sign the administrative evaluation and approval form.
Motion
So
to
moved.
approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And item B, and for the record, Commissioner Vidal will be abstaining from any discussion and/or action, is requesting approval to accept counteroffer to purchase a tract of land known as Parcel 27 associated with the Precinct 3 Veterans Boulevard project, with authority for county judge to sign the administrative evaluation and approval form.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Judge, Commissioners, for the record, that was for both, that was for the Precinct 3 Veterans Boulevard project.
Okay. Item 14A, Marty.
Good afternoon, Commissioners, Judge. Going on to item 14A1A, the presentation.
Judge, excuse me, I'm gonna abstain from this, so I'm gonna cut my video out and cut on the audio.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So, Ms. Marty, Ms.
A
Marty.
is a presentation of the scoring grids from the designated evaluation committee for the purposes of ranking for award by Commissioners Court of the responses received in connection with the RFP for Section 125 voluntary products. The way I'm going to present these are in the order that they are in, well, if you take A first, to accept the grids as they're posted on the agenda.
Motion to approve.
Is that fine? Is that what we're doing?
Yes, the second one will have more detail, Commissioner.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And Judge, if I could kindly ask that you state for the record that Commissioner Fuentes did not participate.
Let the record show that Commissioner Fuentes did not participate in any discussion or vote on this matter.
All right, going on to item 14A1B, authority to negotiate if necessary, not in this case, and or award the agreements for each voluntary product listed in the respective #1 ranked carrier. Let me start in the order that they're posted. Accidental plan. On accidental plan, you had 15 submissions. And I'll start with Aetna with the amount of scores. Aetna at 431, Hartford 400, Manhattan Life 397, Guardian 396, Voya 393, MetLife 387, Allstate 365, Wellfleet Workforce 353, Sun Life 346, Standard also 346, Sun Life 343, Mutual of Omaha 329, Aflac 328, Unum 314, and Kemper 267. Does the court wish to accept the scores in the order of their scores? Making note that on Sun Life and the standard would be in the order, if scored that way, would be 9A and 9B. Does the court, I recommend that order.
So who was the number one ranked? Edna?
Number one is Aetna. The last one would be Kemper.
Okay, motion to
And I've
approve.
uploaded these onto the agenda as well.
Yes. A motion to approve. As
Se-
ranked.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
So for accidental, it is Aetna. We're going on to the second one, which is cancer. There were 5 submissions. Guardian, score of 421, MetLife 378, Wellfleet Workforce 345, Aflac 322, Kemper 365. The order of the scores, do you wish to accept them in the order of their scores? And the number one would be Guardian at 421. That's the recommendation by the committee.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
The third is critical illness. There you also had 15 submissions. Aetna at 427, Guardian 410, Hartford 408, Manhattan Life 400, MetLife 376, Voya 376, Allstate 362, Wellfleet Workforce 356, Sun Life 343, Sun Life 17C 339, The Standard 337, Mutual of Omaha 336, Aflac 326, Unum 315, and Kemper 262. Does the court wish to accept the order of the scores as announced, with the number one recommendation by the committee is Aetna at 427?
Motion to approve.
And that's for critical illness.
We have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
The next one is dental. You have 3 submissions, Emeritus at 445, Guardian at 417, Unum at 329. Does the court wish to accept the recommendation of the number one, Emeritus at 445?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
The next one is disability plan. You have 2 submissions, Unum at 334, the standard at 331. Does the court wish to accept the order of those scores, with the recommendation being the highest scored at 334? That is Unum.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Next one is hospital indemnity. They're Aetna at 425, Guardian at 411, Hartford 400, Manhattan Life 394, Voya 388, MetLife 376, Allstate 360, Wellfleet Workforce 353, Sun Life 352, Sun Life 17C 343, The Standard at 343, and Aflac at 317. Does the court wish to accept those scores? And the highest scored, as recommended by the committee, of Aetna at 425.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Next one is term life. We had just 1 submission, Aflac at 330. That's the recommendation by the committee.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
The next one is Universal Life, Texas Republic Life Insurance, 386, Allstate at 364. Recommendation of the committee is the highest scored of 386, Texas Republic Life Insurance.
Motion to approve. Texas Republic Life Insurance.
Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
The next one is Vision Plan. There is Emeritus at 448, Aetna at 420,
Motion to approve.
Guardian at 406, Avisis at 392, MetLife at 381. Unum at 327, and Aflac at 325. Recommendation by the committee is the highest scored at 448. Does the court wish to accept those scores and the recommendation?
Motion to approve.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
The last one is Whole Life, Manhattan Life at 402, Voya at 383, Unum at 328, Aflac at 320. Does the court wish to accept the scores in their order with the recommendation of the highest of Manhattan Life by the committee at 402?
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
The next item, C, would be clarification of regular agenda item.
Marty,
Yes.
you were going to remind the court that they had the discretion on the selection of the agent.
Yes, they do, and there will be an item on the next agenda for that selection unless they wish to proceed now.
Okay, I think we go into the next item.
Okay. The item C, certification of regular agenda item 77974 back on March 16th, 2021 to ratify the selection and designation of the evaluation committee for the section 125 voluntary products. This is just a housekeeping item that we need to do.
Need a motion to approve? Motion made?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Item B1, Precinct 1, items A and B. At this point, we are asking for no action until further indication by the precinct. Item 2, though, is requesting approval to purchase one 2021 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 with accessories in the amount of $34,863 through the county's membership with Goodbye Cooperative Contract as stated on the agenda from Lake Country Chevrolet.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion
Aye.
carries.
One, Precinct 3, A1, requesting exemption from competitive bidding requirements under Texas Local Government Code 262-024A4, a professional service.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Item B is presentation of the scoring grid for the purposes of ranking by Commissioners Court of the firms graded and evaluated through the county's approved pool of professional CMT geotechnical service providers for an on-call CMT and geotechnical services projects located within Precinct 3. There are Earth Company at the score of 80, Robert Kistner 96, Terracon 94. Does the court wish to rank them in the order of their scores?
Yes, motion to approve.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Item C is Authority of Purchasing Department to negotiate a professional services on-call agreement with the number one ranked, commencing with the number one ranked firm of Robert Kistner for professional CMT and geotechnical.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Item D1 for Precinct 4, requesting approval of work authorization 7 with Robert Kistner for construction materials testing and geotechnical services in connection with the construction of the new Justice Center, and this is subject to funding. That was an observation.
Motion to
I
approve.
recommend approval.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Item E1A, Health and Human Services Department, exemption from competitive bidding requirements pursuant to Texas Local Government Code 262-024-7C, an item that can only be obtained from one source, including power, gas, water, and other utility services.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
B is requesting acceptance of approval of quote submitted by AEP for the electrical distribution service in the amount of $16,262.68 in connection with the biosafety lab project.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Item E1 for the Sheriff's Office, acceptance and approval of a 36-month proposal from SmartCom for telecommunication and internet services at Vicksburg Building in the amount of $449 per month and at one-time installation cost of $250.
Judge, Commissioners, I'm sorry, Ms. Marty. That's item F1.
F1, I'm so sorry. I stand corrected.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
That is all I have. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Marty.
Judge Commissioners, item 15A under Executive Office, 1, 2, and 3, there's no action to be taken this week. Item B, Judge Commissioners, there's no action to be taken. I'll have an agenda item next week. Item 16, discussion, consideration, and possible action regarding A, kind of response to disaster health emergency. 1, CARES Act and American Rescue Plan Act funds. There's no specific action to be taken this week. Item B, measures necessary to preserve public health and safety. No action to be taken this week. And item C, direction regarding the county government operations, including but not limited to essential functions. Judge Commissioners, we continue to follow CDC recommended guidelines. We do encourage facial coverings at our facilities, though it is not required. Again, the health and safety of our residents doing business at the County of Hidalgo is first and foremost, as well as the employees providing that valuable service to our constituency. With that being said, we have already gone to closed session, come out of closed session. We have addressed the open session items. So for the record, item 18A, there is no action to be taken, and item 18B, there is no action to be taken. There's no need to go back to close. Item 20, no action, and item 21, open session, is no action as well. Prior to adjournment, Judge Commissioners, we do have Commissioners Court next week, October 5th, and it will be an AM meeting. It'll be in the morning.
Can I get a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Aye. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Judge Commissioners.
Save.